What's up, guys? Scott here. That's right, you read correctly. Morbid Angel. Let's have a listen. There you have it, guys. My Morbid Angel inspired guitar tone. Now, this was a very interesting task because Trey uses a JCM 900, and the JCM 900 gets a pretty bad rap. A lot of people think it completely sucks, and it's really one of those amps where people are like, "What? A JCM 900? What?" Yes, an actual JCM 900. It's so unpopular, in fact, that there literally exists only one company that has a plugin of it online. It just so happens to be free. Now, I am not really aware of premium ones, but we're using the free one. And that is it right here. Now, I have to warn you guys, okay? As you can see from this little highlight, it's 32-bit only. And it doesn't even have a GUI in Reaper. That sucks. But it doesn't matter because it sounds awesome. And the other interesting thing about Trey is he doesn't use your standard overdrive pedal. He actually uses a Proco Rat distortion pedal, which is completely unusual and actually is a large part of this sound. I mean, of course, the JCM 900 plays a role, but the really, man, grainy, dry sound of the distortion is definitely coming from the Rat pedal. So this is a TSE R47, completely free. And what are the chances that the exact ingredients to create this tone would be available for free online? Now, the only thing that is not for free, well, the two things in this chain actually that are not free are going to be the EQ going into the chain first from the beginning, and then the actual cab impulse. These are the Marshall 1960B V30s, which are exactly what Trey actually uses. Completely stock. But you have to buy these. These are from Red Wires, and you can buy this entire set for $9, so it's essentially free. So, I mean, you can use any EQ that you want to use here. Doesn't really matter if you use REQ, most likely. So, it's a $9 chain, okay? It's not, it's basically free. Now, as you can see, I've done as little as possible to this mix. We'll go through all of this, all right? So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm using Perfect Drums and Colossal Bass 2 for my bass. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and have a look at these settings. So I am doing a filter here and taking out quite a bit of the low mids, pretty aggressive because this is a really chunky tone. And then passing at the top, as I always do, filtering just to taste, really based on my guitar. Okay. Next, we go into here. Now, this was a really strange plugin to get to. It doesn't function like your standard TSE. TSE. Let's go TSE 808. Doesn't function like your standard distortion overdrive pedal. It's actually it was really fun to play with. And then, of course, we have the JCM 900, which is just this. On the B channel, really low mids, low highs, almost no presence. It's a really strange tone, guys. It really is. A lot of the high stuff that you're hearing in the mix is actually from me mixing it. So we'll have a listen to the tone without that stuff on it, and then with it. So don't worry. And then of course I have the low mid trick, as I always do on all of my guitars to help with the low mid palm mutes. Let's actually just go ahead and solo the guitars, and let's have a listen to them as they are with everything going. So as you hear, there's actually not a whole lot of gain. I have the gain dialed back on the actual pedal, and there's not any added gain here with when I turn on the B channel. It's pretty low on gain, and for that reason, you can really hear every single note that I'm picking on the guitar. And I do not have the best guitar in the world, right? I just have a stock Ibanez G07 string. By the way, tuned to B flat, if you were wondering. So it's a really low gain type of a setting, but you can really hear every single note, and there's a lot of articulation. I want to also preface this that mostly on the older tones, the new tones that he's coming up with, like on the new album, I don't understand at all. I actually don't even like it that much. But if you go listen to the old stuff like Domination, Blessed Are the Sick, even Gateways, you're going to hear more of this presency, grainy, low, heavy, low gain type of a tone. All right, so let's actually get rid of all this. I'll keep the limiter on though, just so you can hear everything. So we're going to be listening to the tone as I created it when I was playing it. And here we are. You're going to notice a pretty significant difference. Now, in all actual honesty, that sounds a lot more like the Morbid Angel tone that you would be used to. You can really hear the graininess and that particular character of the pedal doing the tone work. For me, though, it's a bit heavy on the lows and the low mids, which is exactly what I cleaned out aggressively. I do also have to point out that I have a SSL EQ on the not the master, on the sub mix. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off as well. So I'll turn this off. So basically, we're listening to the guitar tone as it's coming, I want to say like directly with no post-processing. So no EQ here, no EQ here. Let's go. So it gets even more dark and gets even more low mid-range heavy. So if I were to be like a Morbid Angel purist, this tone, the way that it sounds right now, is probably closer to what someone would want to get to if they wanted to do some Morbid Angel inspired stuff. However, as just my ears don't really like this sound in a mix, so I did some work. I'm going to go ahead and turn this EQ back on because it's a shaping tool mostly. Sorry. And let's go ahead and have a look now. I'll actually just go ahead and loop this section here. And I'll start to enable and disable all of these plugins. So everything here is the same. I'm just going to start enabling and disabling here. All right, so let's begin. So there, you can really hear the difference. Now, with my processing, I'm just cleaning up the tone as much as I can and adding a little bit of character. What I wanted to show you here with this SSL EQ when I was circling it is I'm very subtly taking out some more of the low mid range around 300. I've started to use these SSL EQs a lot more for shaping. I really am starting to like them. And you'll notice in general, this entire session has not a lot of different plugins. I pretty much have the SSL EQ, SSL comp, and that's more or less it. All right. And really, guys, that covers the tone. Okay. Now, that's only one half of the story. Let's actually add the bass, and you'll see it really come to life here. So, by taking out the low mids of the guitar tone and then allowing the bass to actually do its job, it reintroduces the low end back into the guitar and makes the guitar sound huge again. Kind of like, hashtag make guitars huge again. So that's kind of the interesting thing about the Morbid Angel tone. If you just have the guitar there, it just sounds like he shaped that tone by himself, no bass. And if you listen to some of the old records, I'm not gonna say the mixes are bad, but it's really guitar heavy, especially in their new album. It's pretty ridiculous. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of that. I mean, let's see. With drums, it's pretty much like what I always do. I have my Pearl reference kit, and that's what I love to use most of all. There's really nothing to really talk about with the drums, I guess. Let's go ahead and talk about the master chain because a couple things happen here on the master chain that's important. First of all, the SSL EQ. I'm doing some general shaping to the mix that you can hear when I was just showing you the guitar tone with and without this. It's just sounds that I like, my ear. So a little bit of low end, a little bit of shaping of the low mids again, some shaping here in the high mids, and then adding some highs around the 12K range into the mix. Okay, I've got the SSL comp. During the song, it's about like -2, -3, just enough to add some punchiness and make the mix sound like it's together. And then with the virtual mix rack, I have the virtual mix bus just for that nice analog saturation type sound. And then I'm actually using a new mastering limiter. It's the Ozone 8 Elements. Got it from the plugin VSTdeals.com. Thanks to my Discord channel for giving me the heads up about being able to get this. It was pretty much like you buy any plugin, you get this one free. So I just bought like a thing for $1 and got this for free. I have a little bit of an EQ move here, just taking out again some more of this low mid section with the guitars with this particular tone. Not doing anything with the imager. I actually don't know how to use this. I haven't touched it yet. Now with the maximizer, I'm actually going with the LUF system here now, and I'm going for about -11. I'm getting to the point now where I don't like to crush my mixes at all anymore. I really like to keep as much dynamics left in the track. I think just if you want it louder, there's a volume knob. Go ahead and turn it up louder, and it'll sound better because it won't distort and go crap on you. So that's basically how I created the Morbid Angel guitar-inspired tone. These are free plugins, like I mentioned here. You will need to go ahead and buy this for $9 from redwires.com. Totally worth it. Just do it. They're awesome. Impulse is high quality. I would like to know, actually, if there is a premium JCM900 somewhere. I would be very willing to buy it and review it and see what it sounds like. And maybe perhaps a premium version would allow me to get a closer tone with closer Morbid Angel tone. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, the tone doesn't really sound exactly like Morbid Angel, it has the qualities of Morbid Angel, but it does not sound exactly. This is an inspiration. I'm not Trey. I don't have Trey's ears. I don't play guitar like Trey. I don't have Trey's guitar. And I don't have his gear. Sure, this JCM900 is a JCM900, but his might be modded. He might have some changes to it. Who knows? But with these two elements here, you can get very close to a Morbid Angel type sound. All right, guys, that does it for this video. Thanks for checking it out. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification symbol so you don't miss my next video. All right? Check the links in the description for downloads. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.